Okay. Let's try it again. Take two. Democracy difficulties. Please stand by. Wah, 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 wah. There he is. BScoop.
Hello.
Oh, BScoop, there you are.
Hey,
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
We had an internet outage or something. I don't know. It disconnected me.
I think it was the UFOs.
It could be. It could be. Well, now what is that you're playing?
That was just a laugh track.
Oh, now it sounds a little different now. I'm wondering if I can get this back while we're on. So we were talking about Canada, right? Justin Trudeau.
Right. Let's get back to that. Sorry. Yeah.
What happened to him?
I don't know. Who's to say?
I think you're to say.
I'll tell you. Well, he's probably sick of it and had enough of the crap. I don't think he's intimidated by anyone. I don't think any of these people are intimidated by anyone.
Really?
I don't think so. No, I really don't. I think they have strong backbones. No matter what side you're on. No, there's no way you'd go into that line of duty without knowing you're going to get, whacked by comments and, criticized.
My TikTok page is going wild.
Really?
I think I might have it back now. Let's see.
Well, what's it doing?
So. I don't know. It just wasn't loading. It was like giving me an error.
Yes, error. That's interesting because, when you said you were back, I couldn't get you. I couldn't click on you.
Well, I think it was just a matter of seconds when I texted you that I was back.
Yeah. I mean, it said you were on. I just couldn't click in. It was weird. Yeah. I don't know. It's okay.
Now, hold on one second. I'm going to try. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Live. Pause live. Yeah. Let's see.
Am I back?
You're on.
Oh, okay. All right, we're connected again. I don't know.
What's it saying? Just technical issues?
Democracy, ethical democracy problems. So I don't know where we're streaming, but I know we're on TikTok Live. So if you hear this...
You're on TikTok.
Come on over to TikTok Live.
Right. Lucky Leary.
Lucky Leary's not, but you see, that's why I picked the name Lucky Leary. Because
he's very lucky.
Not lucky.
You're very lucky.
Did you see? You didn't see any of the Golden Globes, huh?
Yes, I did. I watched a full hour and 40 minutes.
Again? Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm here.
I lost you again. Oh, come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Hold on.
Really?
Take this out.
How'd that happen? That's so interesting.
I don't know.
I wonder why it does that.
We're going to have to do a lot of troubleshooting. We're going to have to do a lot of troubleshooting. I called you B squared by mistake. I had a friend in Miami. She went by B squared. Her name was Bonnie Berman, or her name is Bonnie Berman. B squared. But you're BScoop. Now, why did you come up with BScoop?
I was asking that.
You have the scoop of Boston. That's what I think.
Yes, I do. I have the scoop on many things. And the skinny, as they say. I've got the skinny and the scoop, and I got a lot of BS.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. So you didn't see any of the Golden Globes, is that what you said?
I did watch it.
Okay.
Not all of it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I saw some of it. I saw the opening. Nikki, what's her name? Nikki Glaser.
Nikki
She was
Glaser.
great.
She was great.
I think she really had the right tone,
yes,
the right amount of comedy, the right amount of sarcasm.
Yes.
You know, I mean, award shows are what they are, but it moved along, and I was hoping that Wicked, it won something. I think it won best like box office achievement, which I don't even know what that means. I guess it made a lot of money.
It just made a lot of money in like 4 weeks. I mean,
yeah. And then I wanted them to win more.
Yeah, everyone was saying that online though. They were kind of shocked. But remember I said, I think the other day, I said, don't be shocked. We see people like Demi Moore winning, and I was right. I said Demi Moore is probably going to win. Because it was just one of those things right out of left field. It came out of nowhere in a way.
Yeah. And did you hear what she said though? It was so interesting because she said she'd never won an award for acting. Like ever before.
Right. Amazing, right? Amazing.
It really is. Hold on a second.
Yeah. She looked great. I thought she looked great. And I was really happy that she did win. I was asleep by the time she did win her award, but I couldn't believe how they just moved it right along, though. I was kind of shocked because I said, oh, usually I have to sit through all this nonsense and, you know, they're doing this, they're doing that, but yeah, they kind of kept it just rolling along, and I kind of liked, right? They really moved it along.
They did. Did you notice the camera up in their face?
Yes, that was quite. Yeah, I thought that was different. I enjoyed that.
I think I liked it. Yeah,
I loved it
because I think different. It also gave them an opportunity to, I guess, do it in HD or 4K, you know what I mean?
Oh.
I think that's why it was so close. I'm not sure.
Okay. Like this broadcast.
Like this broadcast, right in our face.
right in the kisser. Bam.
Oh my God, I'm telling you. You see, this is why I'm looking over here because I'm trying to talk and figure out, here it is.
What are they saying?
Unable
to accept your broadcast.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you? This is a Golden Globe broadcast. Yeah.
It was a pretty uneventful night, though.
Yeah, I agree. There was no slapping, but we haven't seen that for a few years. To be fair.
That's true.
But that's being rehashed online too now because they're looking to the Oscars, and that's what they're using now to drum up, that promotion, the social media side of things, how things can get ugly, People are using Will Smith, and they're putting that whole, anything could happen at the Oscars. And, they show Will Smith get up and, he's tossing a table and throwing someone across the room. And it's like, oh, God.
Ridiculous.
Right. Ridiculousness. Yeah.
Redonkulous.
Yeah. So that's
offline,
that. But
offline.
Who's off? You're offline?
No, some of my restreams are offline apparently.
Oh,
Twitter looks like it just went up.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. So what else is happening in the news? Rudy Giuliani held in contempt of court.
Rudy.
Did that just come out 1 hour ago?
Yeah, that was within the last few. Yeah, that's new. We have cold weather.
Yeah, the Northeast, cold.
But
cold
what's with
weather.
Rudy? So what are they going to do here? Because I didn't even get into it.
Oh, there's white. Well, let's see. It just said that the judge finds Rudy Giuliani in contempt for failed responses in the $148 million defamation case.
Yeah.
So he hasn't paid the bill, apparently. Is that?
If I didn't pay the bill, I'd be evicted.
Oh, they'd have you behind bars already, saying goodbye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Good luck in Guantanamo.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah, and then I guess he didn't pay.
Who comes in and slaps you? Hillary Clinton.
She's going to waterboard you.
Right.
Poor Hillary. But Hillary got the presidential, Medal of Freedom or something?
She's getting the last lap in, so Will Smith better look out,
It was Hillary and George Soros. It was like, oh my God, you're giving the Republicans everything they need.
Yes, it is their time.
So I changed the light to white. It looks a little white, I should say.
I think it looks great.
Well, thank you.
I have 2 screens, and one is perfection. And then, like you say, you know how the coat disappears? It disappears on only one of them, not on. I have an iPad. Yeah, so I have the big screen. It fades away at the bottom. It's very interesting. So it could be the screen I have.
Well, I think I don't have enough light. And this light that I charged is going out. This one over here is going completely out.
Yeah.
To lunch.
Whoop.
I don't think I have a cord nearby.
And who's paying the bill? Rudy Giuliani.
Poor Rudy.
Poor Rudy.
What happened to America's mayor? My God.
Which one?
Rudy. Rudy.
I know. We're rooting for Rudy.
We also have the certification of the election.
Oh, my goodness.
I could puke.
Well, apparently the chatter was, I don't know if you saw the live feed. Did you see that today?
Yes, I did, yeah.
I guess
that's part of the reason I wanted to start a little later, too. I wanted to see everything that was happening.
Oh, yeah. No, this is great. 5 o'clock's great.
Live at 5, everybody.
Live at 5, everyone. Where are you? Join in. Request. We should have someone join us.
That's right. Well, if people are popping in, or if you're listening or watching on another platform, come on over to what is this, TikTok? I almost said Twitch.
But maybe we'll move to Twitch. I don't know.
I think I'm restreaming on Twitch as we speak, so people could be seeing this on my Twitch. I know. BScoop does not know the magic, weary powers that I have of broadcasting.
Listen, that's why it's lucky.
That people used to come to me at the radio station and say, basically we need some Leary magic.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Because I could figure almost anything out. And especially with broadcasting, there's so many elements, so many factors that can go wrong,
Yeah. Well, I think you're doing a great job.
I just want to say, going back to the certification, thank you very much. Going back to the certification of the election.
Certification.
I was getting very antsy, I have to tell you.
Okay.
I was squirming. I couldn't stand looking at it. I couldn't stand every time they got up and they announced, 17 votes. Why do I put myself through it?
I don't know. I didn't.
But
I just
C-SPAN. I was worried. That C-SPAN. They're right up close. We went from the close camera of the Golden Globes to the close camera of C-SPAN. My life.
Is that the new trend for 2025? Close-ups,
close camera,
4K, close-up, and certification.
I changed from the the iPad to the phone here because it has a much better front camera, apparently.
Wow. Yeah,
Hold on, I got breaking news here. Legal seafoods here in Boston. Chowder for $1. What?
Why?
Legal seafoods. Yes, you're reading this right. This is from Fox 25 Boston.
Oh, is there any music for that?
Oh, I gotta put you on the music.
Oh wow!
Bing bang boom,
bang bang boom.
So this is from Fox 25 in Boston. Next week, January 15th, Legal Seafoods will celebrate. Get this. Chowder Day in Massachusetts, a long-standing tradition. Have you ever heard of Chowder Day?
No.
These days are getting ridiculous. Chowder Day.
Chowder.
Oh, by the way, this, I don't know if you know, this thing is over here looking at me.
No, I can't. Who is it?
Who is it? It's that friggin' nut.
Oh, a round of applause for all the supporters.
Oh God.
Well, we don't know who's tuning in, so we have to.
Will you be celebrating Chowder Day?
No, I'll be
week?
asleep.
You'll be asleep all day. That's one thing I remember you telling me.
Yes.
You were very sensitive during Chowder Day.
Very.
And you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore.
No more days.
No more days. I'm done. There's too much to do in a day. Don't you agree?
I do, but I really do like chowder. I haven't had some good chowder in a while.
Well, maybe we should go and you can give it a review.
Okay. Not a bad idea. Legal seafood. I mean, come on, that's a New England signature tradition.
Sure is. Sure is.
So let me just finish here, though. So the 15th, they will be offering a cup of the signature New England not canned, but clam chowder, $1, and a bowl for $2. Well, who wouldn't get the bowl for $2?
Wow.
So it will be dine in or takeout. Wow. Legal. Well, this must be because of the winter blues. Maybe people aren't thinking of clam chowder.
Something.
Being in Florida, I got to tell you, I could not find. Well, I did end up finding some. That's not true. They have some great seafood places there. That's true.
Yeah.
Florida is a hit and miss kind of place, you know.
Yes.
So we've got the Trudeau in Canada.
Trudeau, he's leaving.
We've got Trump coming in. That son of a bitch.
He's on his way.
God, he's at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, yeah, we've got that. Chowder Day's coming.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. I sent you that map of the wastewater treatment facilities.
You had me you were killing me.
Well, because I just came upon it. I didn't even know that stuff was publicly available.
No, I never knew it was public.
They look at the treatment facilities to see what viruses and all of that are coming through the wastewater pipes. Yes. And apparently, to put it mildly, we're effed.
Pretty much.
We're funked.
Remember yesterday the quademic was announced by ABC, but who's to say? I'd say it's been here probably. Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, everything is.
Yeah, it's wild. And did you? Oh, I know what was big today is Disney officially announced their merge with Fubo, and
hold on.
Yeah, Hulu and Fubo are now together.
I did not hear this.
Yeah, big TV news and streaming. It's going to be the biggest streamer platform now.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be the beginning of the end of streaming. I'm going to say it because this is what happened with cable. That everything was separate. Now everything is together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Disney needs to relax, I said. When I saw that break, it broke this morning, and I said, oh, gosh. But I don't know. They said that what's appealing to them is ABC. Well, Disney wants to really get a hold on the sports. They're really about the sports.
Well, they also own ESPN. So how much?
Yeah, that's what I said.
What do they want, though?
Well, they probably want Fox.
Oh, I see. You mean the streaming rights?
They want stream. Yeah, they want Fubo, but they're not going to touch the name Fubo. Well, for now anyway. That's what they said.
Is it Fubo or Fubu?
Fubu.
We were making fun of it. We were saying Fubu. That's what it was. We were making fun of the Fubu, but it's really Fubo, like football.
You know what? I don't know. If anyone's on here, they need. Is it Fubu or Fubo? We've joked around so much, I don't know how to say it.
I know. Isn't that funny? We were making fun. Well, someone in your family left you a voicemail, right? You were playing it for me. How do I get Fubu on my Tubu with 2 B's? I said, give me a break. That's Fubu.
Fubu. Can you believe it, though? Hulu and Fubu are now
So
Fubo. It's Fubo.
It's Fubo. Oh,
yeah,
our
Fubo.
What about Hubu?
Well, how would they merge it so it's like one word instead of Hulu and Fubo? What are we calling it? Hufu, Hubu.
What if they just called it tofu?
Hubo.
Tofu. They just said we're gonna go with tofu.
You know what? I like tofu.
And here's
what
one
about
for you.
Rat poison for Mickey Mouse.
Here's another headline for you. Uber and Lyft are rolling out robo taxis this year.
Sign me up.
But there's a problem.
Uh-oh.
That's what the headline says.
Oh, boy.
There are plenty of unanswered questions like, will this robo taxi kill you?
Yes.
I mean, have you seen those videos? I think they're in California with the self-driving cars.
California.
And they all end up
dead,
like in gridlock. The cars don't know which way to go. They're in gridlock because they're trying to, like, I don't know, go home for the night and recharge, or I don't know. And they're all in one area, and it's just like
it's wild. And then there's like this congestion fee.
And now we're in Boston. Would you ever take any kind of automated car in Boston?
No, I don't leave the house.
First of all, that's great that you don't leave. Boston bites back, by the way.
That's
reversed, but that's what it is.
That's right. Boom.
But the traffic in Boston, the drivers in Boston are notoriously what we like to call mass holes. When you're driving, they, don't follow any rules.
Rules? What are rules?
Why should anybody merge properly onto the expressway? Just go, baby, go.
Go.
So now we're going to have robot taxis. When I saw that headline, I thought of like RoboCop, robo-taxi. So maybe they could team up with the police and have RoboCop.
Yeah,
taxis.
And nobody does anything. And it's all these laws getting broken by AI and robots.
AI is coming for you.
My name is Jules. I'm here to pick you up.
So you're giving a thumbs down to the robo-taxi.
No, I'll get in it because that way I don't have to talk to anyone.
Oh, wow.
No, I would gladly get in there because I want to know if I can finally have a conversation with myself with a computer presence.
Oh, my God. Did you see the viral clip from Jimmy Kimmel Live with his aunt?
No.
What's her name? Have you know who she is?
I know.
Aunt, and they were always playing tricks on her.
She is a hoot.
Oh, she's a hoot.
It's a scream.
She's one of the few people that can make me scream literally with laughter.
Yeah, it's funny.
They put her in a self-driving car a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, and
in California, yeah.
She's in California, and she's going to do the show. She always does the little comedy bits.
Yeah.
And they say, we're sending over a car to get you. This is the premise of the story. And it's a self-driving car, but there's like a chauffeur, and he goes, I got to use the men's room. I'll be right back. Just wait for me. She's sitting in the back of the car, and there's no driver, and it starts to drive away.
Is she screaming?
Chippy starts screaming, "What is this? Where am I going? I don't believe this." And then they're following her in a van. It's the cousin and her niece, and they're talking through the speaker as if they're like customer service. It is so funny. It is so funny. It's Jimmy Kimmel Live. You got to look it up.
I have seen.
If I had it, I would play it, but I don't have it.
Yeah, now I've seen when I was fooling around with the live earlier, I saw that you can do something where you can have like a screen and maybe you can display stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I'm not, because there's a software that TikTok offers some people depending on how many followers you have and how much you go live.
Right.
But that software I think is only for Windows computers, and I have all Apple stuff, so but I have my own software that I can use.
Right.
My software is called Wirecast, and I'm using it to restream this right now to other places. But we could use it
Yeah.
I would have to figure out a way to bring you in, maybe by Zoom rather than TikTok. That's the thing. I'm not.
Right.
That's the part I'm iffy about, because then.
Right.
Yeah, we got to think about that. Oh,
yeah.
I may have actually just come up with a solution.
Oh, there you go. See, talking it out.
I think I may have done it actually. Yeah,
really?
That's interesting. Yeah, I think I because I was testing it with another restream software.
Okay.
I don't like how I'm disappearing today with this.
I know. I don't either. I don't like that.
I'm catching myself. Maybe I should take this off.
It's like, where's he going? There you go.
It's a little warm anyway. Oh, all the creativity.
More breaking news just came in.
What's happening? Wait a minute.
Oh, NBC News.
Tell us,
A judge has just rejected Trump's bid to delay Friday's sentencing in the hush money case.
That pig.
So there you go. He tried to delay it, but they said no, it's booked. It's in.
I am so glad.
There you go, folks. 5:00.
Oh God, what a pig! God bless my mother. She's not alive to see this. She died last year. She couldn't stand him so much so. I think you know this. The last line of her obituary said, "Don't vote for Trump." So she's not alive to see this. God bless her. Honest.
Oh my goodness.
So he's going to be sentenced, but what's the big deal? Like, he's not going to go to jail.
Nothing happens. You just take a picnic basket.
Have you ever seen anybody in the history of anywhere ever get away with all the crap that this guy gets away with?
No, and it seems like a lot more are getting away with things, though. I'm noticing, though.
Well, of course, he's setting the bar.
It's a new level of just insanity all over the place. And it's just, wow, what the heck? I don't get it.
You know, one of the other things here on TikTok, I don't know if you get into this, but I love the debates. And you've got
I love them.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? Do you know the name of anybody?
I don't. I'll just pick whomever, because I love to hear all sides of an argument or a point or whatever. And
right.
That's why I said earlier, people. Oh, you don't? See, I love it. I love to hear what people just have to say.
I do, but I don't agree with the conservatism that is so cruel and mean, and it's bizarre now. You know, this Trump, this MAGA. You know, it's really. I just don't go for it.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. So there's a lot of young people on TikTok that have started these debates over the last couple of years.
Yes.
Parker and Dean and Harry and all these folks. Honestly, I can't get enough of them just kicking the butts of these MAGA cult morons.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing, you know, if you support something or whatever. I don't, you know, whatever. But it's the cruelty and it's the stupidness. They're so stupid.
Well, I think that's just it. I think that's what for me, that's the turnoff, is the uneducated. It's sort of like I always say, that uneducated, like, voter in a way, because like someone who's uneducated on, like, so for example, Real ID passed and everyone was blaming, you know who, they'd say Sleepy Joe. No.
Why? I didn't know that, actually.
Well, no.
Why were they?
It's not Joe's fault. You can go back to 2005 when it was signed into federal law. It's just going into effect now. That's how laws work.
It
was over a decade.
10 years. Yeah.
Correct. We didn't have the software. It was 2005. You needed to let all our states line up so we could have this federal program, so everyone could be streamlined.
So I was
in Florida. Just blames everyone. Like, you have to know who signed what. You just can't say that. I think that's what's aggravating for me, because it's just like, I do get very, I guess it's a pet peeve of mine, because it's just like, no, you've got that wrong. That's not who put it into law.
Right. And, you know, in Florida, we actually had the Real ID long ago. So I had mine for years, and I didn't know the difference until I got back here, and I transferred my license back to Massachusetts,
Right.
And the girl was very helpful because she was like, "Oh, you got to get the real ID, but you need additional documents." And I'm like, "I've had this Florida license for 20 years. That's a real ID. What more do I need?"
What more do I need? Exactly.
I was a Massachusetts resident before that, and I had a driver's license. So when she pulled up my record, she had my hair from 20 years ago that was blonde, and she was smiling and laughing. And I said, "Oh, I see. Yes, I was a blonde in my 20s."
I don't know. I mean, don't you agree? It's kind of like, doesn't that kind of grind your gears at times, though?
Oh, absolutely. That's
Because it's
number
just
one
kind of
pet
like,
peeve.
at least know who signed what. Like, it's pretty easy to find that out. You can just Google and then just put it in, and I don't know.
Yeah, we say that, but first of all, people don't trust Google, and you also have to know what Google is doing, because Google uses an algorithm too based on what you've searched previously, the websites that you go to, and it's a whole thing like that. And so, you and I could have different Google results.
True.
And
well, that's what's scary too.
Well, is it scary, or is it just that, people don't know where to look? Like the traditional ABC, NBC, CBS, those have been around forever. New York Times, whatever. But nobody trusts anything anymore.
Right. Or you lived it, so you do know. Like we lived it. We lived 2005, so we do know.
Yeah, 2005. Can you believe it's 2020?
No, I can't believe it. So it's just like, wow, I'm just saying, but no, you're right. It's, who's to say, right? And nobody's trusting much of anything.
I mean, what about your trust level? Where do you fall?
I say I'm 50-50, to be honest with you. I don't really trust major media outlets. I hate to say that.
When did that happen, do you think? Do you recall a time when you said...
Long before Trump was even in office, though. I had always... I will say it started probably in 2000, around 2001, I'd say. Yeah, I have lots of... I mean, I'm going to get myself in trouble because I'm on a live wire talk.
Nobody knows who you are. Go ahead, say what you want. Only I know.
I've been questioning things since certain events. And
what do you mean, 2001 September 11th? Around before or after that?
Well, leading up to it, I questioned a few incidences that happened in the summer of 2001. There was a missile attack in the seas. I forget the whole story exactly how it all went down. Do you remember that? There was sort of like a...
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I was traveling that whole year, believe it or not.
I was quiet, and then September hit, and, well, you know what happened in September.
It really hit.
Yeah, it really hit, yeah.
No,
really, I will say, if being honest, that's when you said trust, that's a good question, because I would say that's when it all kind of changed for me. Because I lost my sense of trust in, wait a minute, how could this occur if we've got the best defense, the best radar? Clearly we don't, I said to myself.
Yeah.
As you're watching these poor victims that are just trying to make a living, having to jump to their what.
Oh, God, help us.
Yeah, what, yeah.
So that is a reflection point for you, because you
it really is,
were questioning, you were whatever, and then at 9/11, and then after 9/11, there was so much disinformation, misinformation.
Yeah, it was
deliberate propaganda.
Yeah, it was.
Because I say that's when this country began to fracture. 9/11.
Yeah, so then I guess I'm not off.
Yeah, I agree with you. 25 years.
No, really.
Cracking. Yeah. Now we're all cracked up.
Now we're
cracking up.
I'm crackers. Now I'm just a crazy person on TikTok.
Telling you.
But no, I think that's fair to say. I think a lot of people probably feel that way, and then you just keep going on with your life, and then 2008 hits. Oh,
Oh
look at
yeah.
that! Everyone's money's gone. There's the big crash, and
Oh, of course. And nobody got held
oh,
responsible, right?
yeah, remember that? And I remember screaming. I was working at this publishing agency, and I won't mention them because they turned out to be scum, and I've got a story about them too. It's a
Oh.
big story,
Oh, we'll
actually.
have to we'll have to
It's
save that
really,
for clam chowder day.
yeah, I'd probably want to discuss it with you first because it's pretty
Okay.
whoa. I've been
Yeah.
told to keep quiet.
Okay.
It's true.
Free speech. Free
Well,
speech.
I love that saying, but freedom will only get you so far with
Well,
some
I always say freedom
powerful
isn't free.
people.
Yeah, freedom
Yeah,
is not free, people.
trust me, it's free, but it's not that free, everyone.
Free, free.
Yeah, do you want your sanity and some sense of living? Then you'll keep your mouth shut. Let's just leave it at that. Whoa, very serious stuff. Like, wow, very dirty. Yeah.
Google is
Yeah.
forming a new team. Are you ready for this? Google is forming a new team to build AI that can simulate the physical world. So stop
Oh.
everything you're doing. The physical world that we have is not enough. We have to have an AI
Right.
physical world. What
Right.
does that mean?
Which means none of us are
Can we have
worthy.
health care, please? Can we have universal health care, please?
Yeah,
Can
you've
we
got
cure
Obamacare.
cancer before we get to the
Well,
AI physical, non-physical
I
world from
know.
Google?
I
What does it even
know.
mean? Did you see the Canadian one of the members of Parliament talking about not Canada becoming the 51st state, but Canada taking California and
Ah.
Oregon and Washington State as their Canadian provinces?
Ah.
And she said, we can give you free health care, universal health care, child care. She said, and Mr. Trump, take Canada out of your mouth. I said, oh, here we go. The
Oh
nicest
boy.
people. You couldn't ask for a better neighbor.
Well, they were nice neighbors.
And then, well, I think they're still nice, but they're not going to put up
Yeah.
with this
No,
orange buffoon.
they don't need to.
Google. I mean, what a headline. Google is forming a team. They need a team.
Can
There'll be
they?
emails.
I agree with you. What about
They'll be on Slack. What does it mean?
What does it
Simulate
mean?
the physical
Simulate
world. What
what?
does it mean?
Like, so we're not enough? Like, what? Like, is
We are
that
in
what
a
you're
physical
saying?
world. You don't have to emulate it or create an artificial intelligence.
Right.
What does it
It's
mean?
crazy.
Oh, they're hysterical over there.
It's wild. It's wild
I'm
stuff.
just scanning the article.
What do you think of all of it? I mean, how do you really feel? Come on,
Could we
Lucky.
have health care, please, before we
No,
do AI?
we can't. No, we can't have a functioning world with healthy people.
Is there? Let me ask you: in the Google physical AI world, is there health care?
No.
I just saw something pop up about somebody who has health care that had like
Right.
a normal physical or just a regular appointment, and now they owe like $600. They're going, where's the?
Where's it going? Where is this going?
Oh, God,
It's wild, isn't it? Wild.
It is. It's totally wild.
It's just wacky. It's like,
And
what is going
technology
on?
is just flying at a
Yeah, the
quantum
tech is
speed.
wild. Those beta
Quantum
babies.
physics. Oh,
Beta babies. Beta babies.
Beta babies. Oh, I think that's the name of the generation, right?
It
Beta?
is, yeah. Now through 2039, yeah.
Now, where do they come up with these names, and why do we need them? And let's get rid of them.
That realm that's in Google created this nonsense.
The Google bastards. It was either the team at Google or the team at Apple.
Well, of course, they're the only people running the whole
Maybe
show
the
anyway.
team at Samsung. Oh my God.
The people at
Samsung.
Ubu.
They make everything so difficult at Samsung.
Right. Yeah, why? I don't understand that. Why do they do that?
Oh.
It's so
Amazon
interesting.
Ring, that's the bell, right? Amazon Ring camera announces a smart smoke alarm.
Oh.
Your house is on fire. Your house is on fire. Get out. Get out. Leave the premises. You may be burning.
Get out.
Although, you know what they do? I have heard. Oh, bum, bum, bum. I'm going to have to get you a little soundboard.
Yeah,
so you can
I need a
soundboard.
Right,
what else in technology? Oh, too much. Gigabytes.
Too much.
Megabytes.
Well, now I saw a video last night. Apple does have an event coming up later this month.
Yeah.
I guess we're expecting some new Macs. The Mac Studio. They're talking about the SE, the iPhone SE, which may be called iPhone 16e.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're going to find out. Yeah, another iPhone. What are they doing? Like every 6 months or something? Is that what they're...
I think so. Yeah, I heard something like that. Wow. I love that Mac Mini Studio. I have
What is that
Mac
all about?
Minis. Oh, it's a powerful computer. I just got, though, the Mac Mini M4 chip. That's what I'm on now. And it is amazing. It is flying.
Wow.
It can do so much. I thought about getting the Studio, but after reading about the new M4 compared to the current Studio that hasn't been updated in a couple of years, at least it says, the M4 was just blowing everything out of the water and everything under the water too.
Well, what have you done
with it?
Yeah, so like you can do this.
That's my multi-streaming computer. For example,
got it.
If I have, depending on how many streams you have going, that eats up the computer's power. So you need more power to have 5 or 6 different destinations in your stream. I don't know if that makes sense, but like right now, I am running at 44% CPU. The app is using 25. Now, if I had this on the other older mini Mac, I wouldn't be able to do this because once you are video processing takes up so much memory and so much CPU and graphics computing power that it gets, and the computer gets warm too. I mean, it really starts cooking. So,
how do you feel it holds up the heat level from?
Hard to say right now. I've only had it a few weeks, I think, or so, maybe a little more. And hard to say at this point.
I'm debating on getting a Mac, actually. So.
Oh, have you been?
Yeah, I've never owned one. I've always had a crappy HP that breaks after like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, no,
no, I need something
really
that I can,
beautiful.
Do spreadsheets and
Oh, really? You're planning on getting back into the spreadsheet business?
Well, I like to keep little lists.
Why do people say that? I want to do spreadsheets. I
don't know.
Spreadsheets.
Where does that come from? It sounds terrible.
You just said it.
Well, that was part of my job. And I did do that for a lot of years.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I was a bookkeeper,
Oh, okay.
I was a maniac.
Speaking of my computer not crapping out, it just crapped out.
Well, I guess I'll pass on that computer. I'll just get an iPad mini.
I'm going to take a picture of this and text it to you.
Please text me.
We're still on
live?
TikTok. We're live. We're on TikTok.
TikTok's the only platform that's just holding on until the 20th until they pull the plug.
Do you think it's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Gee, come on. Come on. You can't.
Don't stop.
They can't do this to us.
Oh, send to Apple. Look at this. Wirecast quit unexpectedly. Send to Apple to submit a report. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
I just texted you the picture of
oh, wow. I see it.
Of the crash.
Reopen, huh?
Well, that's, I was really pushing the limits, which is good because I wanted to test the limits.
Yeah. That's the whole point, right?
That's the whole point. So what I did yesterday after we did the show live, like we're doing now, I took that file, that video file, put it into the Wirecast software, and played it and streamed it as if it were live again to YouTube and Facebook and a few other places.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep testing to make sure I can do it, because it's not easy. People think it's easy. It's not.
No.
Even, I don't know, did you notice that YouTube file? I had to start it a couple of times.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And I thought maybe I should edit that. Maybe I can still edit that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Anyway, so the computer, here's FUBU. Disney makes antitrust problem go away by buying a major stake in its competitor. Wow. Disney to combine Hulu and
Hulu
live
with
TV.
FUBU. Yeah, with the live TV version of, I think it's the live TV side of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like all that on-demand stuff that both platforms offer. Everyone offers that.
Yeah.
Next day thing.
You made the point, and I don't follow sports whatsoever, but the fact that FUBU is all about sports. They have existing contracts to stream, so now that Disney will combine it, they'll have one platform that can stream all sports and everything else, right?
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. And
interesting. I wonder how that will affect Hulu. I thought Hulu might go away when they.
Me too.
When they merged with the Disney Plus stuff,
Well, now don't forget that, and you know what was interesting too was, because I thought it was all going to go into the Disney Plus, but the problem with that is the licensing.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. They need to get their licensing department together over at ABC Disney because it's all bullcrap. Like if you like things that are on daytime on ABC. Yeah. It won't be put on next day on the Hulu app like the primetime shows all get put on.
It's a whole different contract.
It's a whole different contract, it's wild. And,
like the Drew Barrymore show, I'm just using an example. I don't know who owns it. It could be
CBS.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's CBS, but is it on CBS app, Paramount Plus?
That's the problem. It would fall into probably the CBS because I bet it's like the talk shows because Hulu won't put on their daytime programs on the Disney app, but they'll put it on the Hulu app. So it's interesting. And then there's some shows that don't even get rebroadcasted on Hulu or Disney.
Right. Again, the contract. I remember for the longest time,
it's
my mother
wild.
Was Judge Judy.
Correct.
Judge Judy was not.
She's under CBS.
For streaming.
Correct.
Well, now she is.
Right now.
Years ago, before she ended the last show,
right,
you could only find bootleg copies on YouTube.
That's right.
And she sold it to, I guess, CBS, as you said, and she has a new show that's on Amazon Prime.
That's
Judge
right.
Judy.
Yes.
And it's just very interesting how this
it's wild
streaming world. Works.
And if do you remember the whole point of Hulu though? Remember, it was the three major networks. It was CBS, ABC, NBC.
Yes.
And then CBS said, you know what, screw, we're going to go off and do our own little thing. And so they said, we're going to take all our content and we'll keep our agreement, leave our content with you guys on Hulu till this year.
Till it runs out.
Yep. Right. And then NBC said, well, we're going to come out with our own app. It's called Peacock, but we'll be cool. We'll leave our content with you guys until the year, whatever.
Yep.
So, we don't leave you high and dry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so
you
interesting.
Just said it.
So that's why I thought Hulu was going to just disappear because with that whole Disney thing, I just thought Disney Plus, perfect. It's all right there, one umbrella, but.
Well, and to go back to the origins of Hulu, you are absolutely correct. The major networks came together because they wanted to compete with Netflix, which was the only game in town.
That's right.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Netflix would buy shows like Friends and other network shows. And then when the Hulu came together, they said, we're going to have our own platform for our own shows so we can make the money, yada, yada, yada.
Sure.
And as you said, then CBS branched off and NBC. And ABC, eventually took over Hulu as the main as their main app because you
Yeah.
cannot download the ABC TV network app on
No.
Apple TV. You have to
No.
download Hulu.
Hulu. Right. And what's interesting too is now Disney ABC has put some of their content on. They're working with Roku. That's not talked a lot about because I think
Interesting.
Roku's in the process of being sold, or it already was, and that story's gone very quiet. Or I also just haven't looked into it because it's such a big that's such a big platform. Roku TV.
Oh,
Whoa.
sure it is.
I love Roku. I don't
I
know
know
who
you
was
do.
eyeing up the sale of it, uh, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's going to be Disney and they're trying to just be kind of like quiet.
Yeah,
I don't
seriously.
know. I don't know when they have to pump their brakes on stop buying up things. I don't know if that exists or not. I don't know.
Isn't it funny? They're all Hulu, Roku,
Yeah.
Fubu. That's funny.
What is that? Someone just sits around and says, "What should I call it? I don't know." Ubu.
Well, it's easy to remember. Now here's what it's saying from Google that
Oh,
Roku could be purchased by Amazon, Netflix,
Amazon. Okay. Oh
Target,
boy. Ah.
Target, or Microsoft.
Oh gosh.
Can you imagine this?
Oh, not none of them, please.
None of them, please. I do like Roku.
I like Roku. I like how it's laid out what they're offering, but I get it. I'd probably go with Netflix or Amazon.
Didn't they have some original Roku shows there for a while?
Yes,
There
yes,
was
they
a couple of
did.
funny ones on there, weren't there?
They had some really good ones on there. Yeah. Who's that singer? Charlie Puth has his own TV show on Roku. It's actually pretty good.
Oh, really? Like what? A reality
Yeah.
show or a comedy show or what?
Yeah, it's exactly that, except it's scripted in a way, but it's kind of like it's just a comedy documentary. It's that's how it's filmed, documentary style.
Yeah, yeah.
Real names are used, like, yeah, I'm Charlie. I'm trying to make an album. The trials and tribulations of doing, all that, and it was cool. And it's just filled. Every episode's filled with fun surprise guests. Will Ferrell's actually in one of the episodes, so
Oh, really?
they get some pretty big names. So Roku's done really well for itself to be able to, wow,
Yeah.
get some
Did
of
you ever
these.
see, speaking of Will Ferrell, his
Yeah.
documentary with his friend that was became transgender? And
No, tell me.
I think it might be on HBO.
Oh,
Oh, it's a fascinating look. They known
oh,
each other, 30 years or whatever, and were partners in a lot of comedy writing
yeah,
and everything else. And a couple of years ago, his friend started to transition, and
yeah.
Will wanted to know what it was all about, and he wanted to travel the country to see how other folks, would embrace this person. And it's a very heart-filled
Wow,
documentary. Yeah, it's got a lot of tension. It's really got a lot of heart in
wow.
it. Yeah. The name is escaping me, but Will
Oh,
Ferrell
wow.
and
I'm
yeah,
gonna. I'll look into that.
yeah, definitely look into
It's
that.
sort of like, what that reminded me of just now. It was, I think it might have been, what's it, 2020 with Barbara Walters or something like that. She used to be
2020 with
20.
Barbara Wawa. This is 2020. Now I interrupted you. What were you saying?
I
It
know.
reminded you.
I know I'm going to forget, huh?
Did
Yep.
you?
No, no, I didn't. But I don't know if it was her. It was one of those, magazine primetime shows, I call them. That's what they
Yeah,
were.
yeah, that's what
And
they were.
it was a woman who ended up going undercover, and she was a book author, and she was going to write this book on about men, and she was going to shred men to pieces. She admits to this after this. She goes through this experience, so she transitions to be a man. Not medically speaking. She had someone do makeup so she'd look like a dude, and she got a haircut so she'd look like a dude, and she infiltrated like these men only groups, and she was astonished and just everything that she believed about male behavior and how they operate behind closed doors. She admits, she says, I got it all wrong. Of course, we don't get to find out the full details because you have to buy the book, you know?
Buy the book. You want to know the.
Yeah, but this was back in, I think, gosh, I want to say the 1990s. It's wild. It was wild. I'll have to try to find the clip and send it to you. It is on YouTube.
Yeah, send it.
Those news primetime specials they do, the weekly shows they do. But it's just amazing. Isn't that amazing? And
it is.
Well, because they do, I think. Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation, I know I have, when it's all men, straight men, and how obnoxious they can become?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it can be, for me, over the years, it's happened a couple of times where it's very uncomfortable, somewhat inappropriate, especially the way they talk about women.
Oh,
and, it's just, I don't like
that
shit.
Yeah. I agree. And then, but then, there's nice sides because they did talk about the camaraderie and how they had again, though, we're talking, this was like probably early 1990s.
Right.
The society that she was dealing with,
Right.
I think it's changed. Right. I think it's definitely changed.
I hope
from my experiences, because I agree with you.
I hope we're changing.
I would hope we would have changed for much better.
Just this year.
I don't know, but I understand what you're saying too, because I've been privy to that, of course, because we're guys. We've seen a lot. We see a lot.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, that's out there for sure.
Well,
and the
here's
competition of
Oh yeah, who's got the biggest? Now, here we go with the TikTok ban debate reaching the Supreme Court this week. What to expect?
Oh wow!
Wow.
Really?
Donald Trump, who will be inaugurated one day after the ban takes effect. Oh, so it's the 19th.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh, the ban is supposed to go into effect on January 19th. And but this week they're going to hear, hopefully the Supreme Court will hear arguments challenging this.
That's an interesting word, the word "here," because they're not listening. This is
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, I don't think they're listening, so I don't know why it's called a hearing.
Did you know that the parent company name of TikTok is
ByteDance?
Dance. You did know that.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it's an American company, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they must have different divisions of their companies in the different countries, right?
Oh, yeah,
I would
of course.
assume.
Yeah, something so big. That's why it's interesting, because the servers, like they've said, the servers are in America, though.
Yeah. Oh,
but I can see their
argument. But I mean,
so it comes down to who owns those servers, though, I guess, right?
I don't know. It's a lot to unpack. It's not only the servers,
I know.
It's the software, listening.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
People,
I said that too. It's my phone. We're live,
Like, why is this advertisement here telling me to place an ice cube on a burger? That's an ad. Do you see that? Why is this happening? I guess to make it juicy. Is that an old wives' tale? But why am I getting these ads? Senior internet, hearing aids at Walmart. What have I been searching?
What?
No.
What
you know what I was
searching?
Are you in? I was searching the new earbuds from Apple. Certified hearing aids. Did you know this?
Yes, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I was looking that up because my aunt, who has like 40% hearing loss, but doesn't wear hearing aids and can't hear anything. And I keep going, I think you might have a hearing problem, but she knows she does. She doesn't want to wear them. Oh, God.
What?
Getting old.
Listen, it's not fun.
Yes. Listen, anybody listening, please don't get old.
Right.
Whatever you do.
Go into the Google new simulation realm.
Now I'm getting ads for guns. Oh, God.
Oh, well. Get out of that algorithm, whatever you're on.
Well, I just clicked it. Block. Glock.com. Oh, God.
I feel like it makes it worse when I block stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have some programs that block stuff, but...
It's
okay,
crazy.
So the TikTok ban is going to be in court this week, and
it's ticking.
Maybe by the 19th, we'll be all ticked out.
I'm not happy. Many people are worried.
Politico saying that the GOP leaders plan to vote on the first bill to address illegal immigration.
And what are they going to do?
What are they going to do?
And what's the vote say?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, let's click on it here because
everyone gets a raise. I'm sure is tucked in there somewhere.
Oh yes, big
don't you
government.
love that? The title is "Let's Deport," but really, when you read it, it's about so and so's going to get seven figures, and
they can't wait to get the buses out and deport everybody.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's no bus coming.
I'm not even going to read this because it's all baloney from
it's phony baloney.
GOP.
Well, it's really just a circus. It's a huge distraction. I hate to say it. They're using words to distract people, and that's what's aggravating. Because what's really gonna happen? Oop!
I gotta hit the screen. It makes me make sure that I guess I'm a real person doing
Lucky Leary. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to scan my face today to do a quick lot. Yeah.
Are you serious? It says scan your face to make sure you're a real person?
Yeah, and do the age verification to make sure you're over the age of 18. And I said, now hold on. If I'm not denied, I'm going to be really upset because you're saying I'm an old hag.
Well, we are. We are old hags. Oh, I forgot. Did I have to give what? My identification to verify my age?
Well, I either needed to give a state ID or do a facial recognition, which is fine. They have it anyway.
Oh, what could go wrong?
What could go wrong in this AI new realm developing? There'll be just a 10th version of me out there.
So many movies about this are now coming true. We thought,
I'm homeless
in the
anyway.
90s, in the 90s, we thought all these sci-fi movies were just make-believe, cloning people. And AI and driving cars and flying flies. And,
sure. Little did we know.
NPR saying January 6th set to be different this year. This is the headline. Different this year. In a big way, in a more subtle way, too. This is NPR.
Oh. Well, what are they getting at then?
Well, I guess there won't be an insurrection. Spoiler
alert. If you're just waking up on the West Coast, it's okay.
The government is still intact.
What is it, 3 p.m. over there?
Yeah, what time is it? It is.
If it is, welcome. And good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. In the afternoon. Oh, it's just saying that it's going to be quiet and, done more respectfully.
Yeah, well, the day's over.
No objections. I don't know why people didn't object, though. I mean, anybody ever hear of the 14th Amendment insurrectionists?
No, they can't count beyond 5.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's why they don't teach math in school anymore.
Oh, I was just thinking that last night because the Canadian thing, that's happening, and one of the members of Parliament was saying Donald Trump said so and so should run for prime minister, and she's like, we're a parliamentary system. It doesn't operate. People don't run. They're not running like the United States for 2 effing years, spending billions of dollars. We elect representatives in the parliament, and they elect I mean, honest.
See, again, that whole thing about at least do your homework.
At least. I mean, this should be taught in grade school.
Right. Oh, pay attention just a smidge.
I might be blacking out. I don't know.
You're not the only one. We've got a few elected ones that are blacked.
You know what went away so quick was the Matt Gaetz report, right?
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Just like
Where is
Epstein.
he? What's happening? He's hosting a
Yeah.
television show.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
on
yeah,
like
you look
News
out.
Nation.
He'll be on YouTube with Megyn Kelly hosting.
No, he's on like News Nation or one of those phony networks.
They're hiring, huh?
Well, Matt Gaetz, he's got a name. He's
Sure. Wow. He's got a lot of women that are going to tune in. Who cares if they're angry viewers?
Another pig. You heard what the other politicians were saying, that he would brag about what he did with women, and he'd show videos. He videotaped himself, apparently. Did you know this?
No,
he would show the other Republican politicians and show them these,
So wait a
videos.
Minute. Other people are witness to these things because it was shared to him,
Yep.
like you do with friends, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But I show you something on my phone, but what if I showed you me committing a crime?
This is what I'm saying. Nothing matters anymore.
Now, hold on. Okay. Head scratcher.
Nothing matters anymore.
Yeah.
The GOP in particular.
It's like the diddler.
The GOP in particular, they don't seem to care about anything anymore.
It seems like nobody cares. It's terrible.
We got a bird flu death in Louisiana. First bird flu death in the U.S. reported in Louisiana.
I need clapping, though.
We have, there you go.
I need some clapping.
It sounds so funny coming from your end.
Really? What does it sound?
I don't know, like, maybe like the ocean? Well, let's see what's happening in Louisiana.
I apologize if anyone tried to request to talk about one of the hot topics.
Oh, I didn't see anybody request. Thank you. Oh, the person was over 65 in Island, so they had a good life.
Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah. And really, you weren't getting your social anyway. So
isn't that awful? They didn't even get their Social Security.
You imagine they're 18, work your ass off, work 80 hours.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? You can work 6 jobs.
It's so American. It's very American when you think about it. It's very American. Oh, New York Times wants me to buy the all-access version.
Oh, don't tell me
I
that
actually
again.
canceled my New York Times subscription after that whole debacle when they wrote that thing about, President Biden should step aside or something. And I kept saying, where's the thing saying that this orange buffoon should step aside? I mean, he's tumbling, mumbling, bumbling. Hannibal Lecter? Can anybody tell me what this means?
No.
Hannibal Lecter is talking about, and they're saying, Biden really should step aside.
Oh, too funny.
And I've been reading the New York Times since I was in high school, so
now wait.
I'm not happy with anybody.
How do you feel like they've changed? Do you think it's changed like a roller coaster? It's like been an up and down since you've been a reader with them.
No, it's not only being the reader. I saw a behind-the-scenes documentary of the New York Times, particularly when they were unionizing or striking several years ago, and it's almost like we're in make-believe land. Like nothing means anything anymore.
I know.
And they've become too powerful that they think, everybody would want to work at the New York Times. So let them strike and, or let them leave, we can get somebody else to replace them type of thing. And I don't know. I still hold them in high regard for the most part because of their history.
Sure.
But today, I think because print journalism has taken a complete nosedive, it's completely changed, digital and all that, they don't know what to do. Yeah. So they're kowtowing to corporate interests.
Yeah.
How's that for an answer?
I love it. Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know.
Sounds good.
I mean, seeing the Miami Herald in Miami be bought out by a a hedge fund company, and just basically like they don't even exist anymore. They had this glorious building on the waterfront, this historic printing facility and offices, and then they moved into like a friggin' strip mall.
Yeah.
The Miami Herald. And then when the pandemic, everyone's working from home, and then they laid off everybody, and it's just
it's wild.
And in Florida, which is one of the most corrupt states, truly, and Miami-Dade in particular, the corruption every day in, day out, needs at least one reputable newspaper. And the Miami Herald can't even cover that. It's not like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It gets me crazy because they get away with it.
They get away with it, yeah. And, that's what I think makes people so, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah. Well, what's the word? People are disheartened, they're,
Did we do it to and we're doing it to ourselves, we're doing it to each other, though.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I don't get it.
Let's get some happy news here. Do you have any happy news on your side?
No. Well, what were we talking about? I mean, we started out with the Golden Globes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Golden Girls. Now that I know all about.
Oh, the Golden Girls, yeah. And they're still on. That's on Hulu. Speaking of Hulu again, I'm sorry to keep on saying. Not a sponsor, by the way. Not a sponsor.
Well, not a sponsor, but one of the producers said that the Golden Girls streaming, particularly over the last few years of the pandemic, it's like over 1 billion hours of views, but it's more popular today than it was when it was first on network television. 30 plus years ago, 35 years ago. 40 years ago now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
84, 85.
A long time.
Let's see. I'll open the Smart News app and see what's happening.
Amazing. But that's just it. I mean, the power of streaming, it's just like with that show Schitt's Creek now. Listen.
Yeah.
That was a CBS show, but CBS had a channel that no one really watched. It was a crap hole channel. It was called Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Pop TV. And I was always tuning in, watching it. It wasn't until season 3 that Netflix finally put it on their platform. And then all of a sudden, everybody loved the show.
Well,
and I said, well, I've been watching it for 2 years.
I remember when it was announced, and I heard that Catherine O'Hara was going to be on it, and Eugene Levy. Well, that's it. That's all I needed to know.
Me too. I was sold.
And then Dan Levy. I mean, is he fantastic? The whole crew, the whole cast.
The writing.
The sister there, I forgot her name off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but the writing.
Alexis. Yeah, writing, everything, casting.
Alexis. Yeah. And but you know what what was the name of that channel that was first on? Pop. I didn't remember that was owned by CBS.
It was in partnership with Canada and.
Oh right. This was a CBC.
It was a Canadian
production.
Yeah.
Right. So they just brought it down to nobody's going to watch this.
Correct. Pretty much.
And it became one of the biggest hits. Everyone
won the
Emmys
but only because Netflix, whoever snagged that deal. I don't know who.
Oh, that was a good deal.
That was a great, thank goodness, because wow. I tend to fantasize and say I tend to fantasize and say, it was like a friend of a friend talked and they were out one night and they said, you should take our show and just see how it does. Take season 1 and stream it on Netflix and have a field day for free, and tell us what you think.
Oh my God. One of those that first season, Catherine O'Hara playing the old soap opera star that slapped people. I still have it saved in my phone. I screen recorded it. And they want the mayor there, played by that other great actor, and he wants to be slapped by the character. Remember this?
Yes.
And he wouldn't sign the contract, and she says, "Sign the fucking contract," and slaps him.
Yes. Whack.
I mean, that was another moment where I screamed. I wonder if I can find it. I doubt it.
And did you know that show wouldn't have ever filmed, even season 1, if it weren't for Catherine because Eugene only had her do the reading for the producers. Um,
Oh,
yeah, before even filming began or there was ever a deal made, whatever you want to call it, a screen test or whatever you want to call it, Eugene keeps Catherine. He said in an interview, she's my, my lucky card. Anytime I'm gonna pitch something, that's what it was. They were doing a pitch with
oh yeah.
the people who will be funding this.
Right.
So he gets Catherine to fly out, and Catherine showed up, and after it was all said, they said, "We'll take the show. It's great, but we only have one condition for this to move forward with us. You have to convince Catherine to play that role, or there's no show."
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it. Eugene said it was kind of hard to kind of convince her, but she ended up doing it. Of course, I mean,
And it was, I mean, it won her the Emmy,
yes,
and the whole cast won Emmys. Remember, it
yeah,
was just such a
yeah,
huge hit. I mean,
yeah. Because Catherine doesn't like to repeat. She doesn't like to do these kinds of series. She's always said that. She doesn't like to keep regurgitating the same thing because it was so exhausting just to get through Moira.
yeah.
She would
But I
always say
mean,
that.
that's why she kind of brought that craziness to Moira. It was
Yeah.
sort of like she was always getting to be crazy and different.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't know that. I thought
Oh,
she was
yeah.
in it from the beginning.
Well, I mean, I guess she was, right? I mean, she was there for the pitch, but then she just
Right.
thought, oh, I'll go home. That's it. Good luck to Eugene. He's great. Gave him his blessings. And because she even said that in an interview years ago. She said, I never thought I'd hear from Eugene about a. I thought they were casting someone else. I was just filling in for the day. You
I never
know?
heard that.
Yeah.
That's great.
She's probably
And one,
changed her tune on how she runs her career now, I'm sure, because of the success of.
yeah. Well, I just rewatched Beetlejuice 2 last night.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I
That was
love
so much fun,
Catherine.
wasn't it? She just,
Amazing.
you know, she's just great. They could have cut out a lot of other stuff and had more of
Yeah,
her,
I agree.
but I mean, it was just so much fun. Again, I think we're in this mindset where we just want to have fun and fantasy
We really
because the
do.
reality, whether
Yeah,
it's AI reality, physical
right.
reality, or whatever other bunch of words you can string together that don't mean anything,
Yeah.
we want some happiness, you know.
hmm It's true. It's really true. And I love that show. Again, I was shocked that if no one's seen it, she passes on. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Beetlejuice too.
I was shocked, but I thought it was nice how they resolved her storyline in Beetlejuice 2 with the husband.
Well, it was just so fun. It
But
was
it
just
was
funny.
fun.
Yeah.
It was really just fun. It was really just kind of like, oh, it's so nice to see everyone back, but it was really nice just to see
Yeah.
Catherine, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
not that nobody was terrible in the film. It's just I love Catherine. I love everything that
Oh,
she's
I
ever
do
done.
too. I'll
And
never forget when I was, young
yeah,
after the movie Nightmare Before Christmas, right? I had
yes,
no idea that was her voice
same.
initially.
I'm the same.
And when I found out, and Pee Wee Herman
I
was
was the
was
same
one of
way.
those little, and I was like
Yes, yes.
totally floored.
Me
I
too.
mean, she sang, right? Remember she sang that
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful song.
You get the Santa Claus.
Ding, 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 ding. But she was also the love interest. She played
Yes.
so she sang that beautiful love ballad. What
Amazing.
about did you ever see the oh, it's so funny. Her and Eugene Levy play folk singers. It's oh god, what is it called? A Mighty Wind or something? It's a takeoff on PBS broadcasting all those old
Uh,
folk music shows.
no.
Oh god, you've got to see
I'm
this.
gonna have to look that up. Wow.
Yeah, and a matter of fact, the song, see, they're parodying
Yeah. See,
folk music,
they're
right?
great. They're just so
But they
great.
wrote a song for the movie that was
Yeah.
actually nominated for an Academy Award, and Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy sang it on the Academy Awards.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a kiss at the end of the rainbow, something like that. I don't know.
Do you think
I'm gonna
that
look at them.
they'll team up and do another show together, or you think Mm,
I don't know. That's hard to say.
I
I
know.
mean,
Because you don't want to overstay your welcome either, you know?
that's true. And I mean, they're no spring chickens, but I think they like to
No, I
work.
know. Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Can I tell you something though? After the last
What's up?
season of Schitt's Creek,
Yeah.
they were doing a farewell live concert tour. Did you know this?
No, oh my gosh, they were?
Yeah, and I had tickets, but guess what happened? COVID. Never saw it. Got all canceled.
Oh no.
Yeah, in Miami. I was in Miami.
And it's probably too late now. The ship's kind of sailed and the
Yeah, too many. They're to get
yeah,
the schedules together. They all went on to
sure.
do other
And
things.
David Remy, I mean, he's really just taken off. He's got so many projects.
Yeah,
I can see them, the younger of
a
the
mighty
cast.
wind. A mighty
A
wind, I
Mighty
believe,
Wind. Okay.
is the name of it.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. I didn't know that. But I didn't
I'm
know
gonna
that
say,
there was
yeah,
a little like, farewell tour. That's awesome. Yeah, how
yeah.
unfortunate with the
I know.
things. So much was lost. See, now that was something so great. Again, that escape, but real life is we're gonna get to go and you know,
And C-19 ruined it for all of us.
yeah, and
I mean, look
I
we
can
lost years.
that causes anger.
Of course, that's why
It
we're all
can
depressed.
cause a
We're
lot
all
of
anxious.
anger and anxious, right? Well, look at yesterday, and I mean, I know that they like to, I guess if you want to call it informed, I'll just call it that. They're trying to inform people that there's a quad-demic, whatever that means.
Yes.
But I mean, I don't know. It's like we say, what? It's enough's enough. We know there are bad people out there. We know there's viruses. We know, I don't know.
But do you think though? I guess the question with
Makes
the
me sad.
viruses and the sickness is that it's one thing if depending on how severe they are, but it's just the hospitals can't keep up if people become too ill. That's the
Correct.
question. That's the issue. And in my opinion, we broke our healthcare system, which was broken to begin with before
I agree with
C-19.
you.
And I have people. My mother was a nurse for many years,
I
and
was just
other
going to
people that
say
work,
I have family, yeah, that work in the
and they're burnt
industry.
out, and they will
Burnt
tell you
out.
that. I mean, it wasn't good to begin with, but C-19 really, I
Yeah,
think.
C-19 was really hard. Yeah, terrible.
Mm-mm-mm.
And you'd see the footage of whoever could leak whatever out. I mean, it would just be people in rooms, and it would just be like, oh my gosh.
What did you say? See footage of what?
People would leak out footage from the hospitals that no one could get into of just
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah.
coughing all in the same room, and it's just regurgitating the same virus, and it's
I
just not
know.
helping anybody. It's
Awful, awful.
when really
Well,
everyone
that's
should
why
be outside 10 feet apart in a bed.
right. But again, that showed
Yeah,
the weakness, like of air filtration systems.
right.
Hospitals have hospital grade, which I guess is like the top of the line,
Yeah.
air filtration systems. But even that wasn't enough,
No, it wasn't
and
enough. It was terrible.
it really
It was
was an eye
awful.
opener. But did we learn from it? No. Now we're
No.
going to have augmented physical AI
Well,
teams.
that's just it. But what are we going to have now as far as an outbreak next? Do we have the new? I mean, do we have whatever they're calling this quad-demic nonsense? I mean, just say it's a horrible virus at this point. And I mean, because you have people that are listening, and then you have people clinging on to every word and then they're all juiced up and terrified and putting
Have
saran
we?
wrap around their faces. And then there are people that just say, well, that's fake news. I live in a simulation. You know what I mean? So you've got like these three different sets of people that, where we're kind of like the middle people where it's like, well, I want to be informed, but let's not get too excited.
But are you ever worried, though, that the system would become overwhelmed if we
Yeah.
had something as serious as C-19 again?
Yeah, I don't think it's prepared at all.
But
So
do
yes,
you
I'd say
think
yes.
people are, there's just not enough people that take it seriously?
I don't think anyone's going to take the next pandemic, which I think they will be. I don't think say this bird flu gets really out of control. Let's just take that one.
Yeah.
So big bird's on the loose, we'll say. And, now he's in every home tickling your fancy, and, no, I hate to say it. That's what I was getting at. It's like, you're going to have the group of people that are going to do everything possible to maintain and keep, Big Bird at bay. Like, say they come on the air and they say, please just wash your hands. That will cure all problems. No! How dare you tell me to wash my fingers? How dare you tell me I need to get Lysol wipes?
I haven't washed my hands in 2 years.
Yeah, I've been fine this whole time. Why do I need a shower every night?
Oh,
it's just I don't want to say that because it's just terrible to say. What I'm saying, though.
So yeah, types of people, but it's like education. Terrible. It's education. It's education.
It's like, come on, you don't want to help out your neighbor.
But if you don't know something, you don't know something until
Correct.
you know it.
Correct.
Until you're taught. And some of us, we're good at one thing and not another. That's Americans think they're good at everything.
Oh, I think I'm terrible at everything.
Me too. But I'm a
I
want to
learn. That's right. I want to learn, though.
You want to see, you have the zest for learning like I do. Lifelong learning.
Yeah,
curiosity.
Yeah.
But these other people say,
I've got it all figured out.
I have street smarts. I don't need to know about viruses and science.
Right. Okay.
Well, somebody has to.
Somebody needs to, because Big Bird's coming for us.
We need scientists. Yes, exactly. Big Bird.
Yeah, I'm going to call
Sesame
it that.
Street, though, is actually looking to be canceled. Did you know this?
Well, now, I always wanted to... What happened? It was with PBS and HBO saved them? Like...
I don't know exactly. I know that happened a few years ago. I remember that
years ago,
and I thought it was a bad move. But
me too.
Basically, the Sesame Street Television Workshop Company owns the production, right?
Right.
They're a for-profit company, I believe. So that they sell not only the TV show, which was the main thing, but they sell all the products and they license the toys and all of that stuff. So it's not owned by PBS. It just started with PBS, which was educational television. And then Sesame Street came to be its own thing, but it got funding through the, government and all that for PBS stations.
Right.
I don't know why. Maybe it got to be too expensive to produce. I don't know why HBO had to buy it or distribute it, rather. I don't think they didn't buy the company, the production, but they bought the distribution rights.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't remember why that happened exactly, but maybe it was money. It's always about money.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, that's all I can think of. It was the money and just times had changed.
Right.
I don't know.
Can you imagine a world without Sesame Street? I mean, my first memories of life were taught from Sesame Street, words and,
Well, as I like to say now, you can't have anything that's common sense anymore. So you can't have any rules or regulations or, any kind of common sense of learning now.
We're free.
You're insulting people by showing them how to cross the street the right way,
Yeah, or how to have compassion or empathy.
Maybe some understanding. Weak. Yeah. No, really, and I say that I say that way too often now, because everything's really changed. It's just wow. My sister works in a school system.
Yeah.
And she came by earlier today, and she talked about you're not allowed to say anything to the children anymore. You're not allowed to discipline. You're not allowed to correct them.
Wait. When you say you're not allowed to say anything to the children, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? Precisely. Like you mean
okay, precisely. What? Okay, so she's a teacher. She can only teach the subject. She can do only a mild form of, what's it called? Oh gosh, I've gone brain dead.
Discipline?
Discipline, thank you. Just a mild form. I'm like, okay, quiet, please.
I see.
But if they, anything other than you can't enforce that. You can't tell them to shut up. You can't abuse them. Of course, we know all that. But I'm just saying it's reached a level though of now they can't correct their attire. So she talked about they're coming in half naked.
Oh God.
One kid's coming in dressed as a cat every day.
No.
Yeah, no, they're dressing up as furries, she says, and
Oh.
yeah, I said, wait a
Oh,
minute,
they're getting a head
furries?
start on the furries.
I said, are
Well,
they going to be at that convention?
what exactly? What age group are we talking
Okay,
about?
this is like 9th and 10th grade.
Oh, okay. They're not little kids.
No, this is high school, and they are well educated on these little whatever you want to call it. And
What? They're educated on what? Things they can get away with?
yeah, they know what they can get away with, and
Interesting.
it's crazy. And the other thing is, she's not allowed to have any educational posters up anymore. So, and you're not allowed to have a clock up in the room.
No clocks.
And I said, no clock. She
Now,
said,
what is
yeah,
the reason behind that?
you're going to fall over. It's triggering to the students.
In what way?
It gives a sense of anxiety, induces anxiety.
Oh,
I
well.
said, really? I suppose. Doomsday clock is up?
Well, we're only 90 seconds to doomsday or some baloney.
Yeah,
But
I said,
that's
I
interesting. I'm going to look that up.
suppose.
Now, somebody who
Huh.
has ADHD,
Right.
remembering my school years, I did feel a lot of anxiety looking back, not knowing what it was as a
Yeah.
child. I wonder if that would have helped
Oh.
me.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, they are
Until
saying
you
it
brought it up, I
causes
never thought of it.
anxiety. Now, wait. The same goes for those educational posters. Remember, you could look around a room and there'd be a times tables up. 2 times
Yes.
2 is,
Yes.
2 times.
Oh, those are triggering as well.
Yes, those had to all be removed a few years ago.
Triggering anxiety.
Anxiety. It will create chaos, and it's very,
Well, here's what I'm going to say about education, about all this, because I believe that we have not evolved with our education. We have these smartphones, we have computers.
right.
They're not used properly to educate people, our children, rather, children in particular.
Right.
It's all old school. It's all, we have
Yeah.
to move forward, that not everybody learns the same way, particularly those with ADHD and other things that may be anxiety. These are real things.
It's very real.
They can cause lifelong issues if they're not dealt with. And I think we're seeing that now in adults.
Yeah.
Now that we have more data, now that we have 35 years of data of ADHD, this actually might be a good step.
Yeah.
It might be an evolution to the way teachers can teach. Now, that being said, I know it's not easy. First of all,
Right.
every teacher needs to be paid a lot more,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and they need a lot more resources.
And
we
they need help
to
in the
really,
classroom.
revamp our education system.
Yeah, we do.
Because listen, these are the people that are the future of this country. If they're
I know.
uneducated, where do you go from there?
Right. I know.
Honestly, where do you go from there?
Well, that's why
even
she
if someone's going to
stays.
work at McDonald's, you want them to cook the food properly so you don't
Well,
get sick.
That's just it, right? That's just it.
So she's frustrated though, it sounds
She's
to me.
frustrated because there's no direction. It's not that they had to take. She gets it. She says, "Well, who am I to argue with our psychologist that that's not triggering? Maybe that clock was triggering." Because she sort of said the same thing. She says, "Think about it. You look up there and it's probably going tick, tick." I don't know what someone's thinking and feeling when they're looking at,
Yeah.
I think she's just frustrated because there's no sense of this. The whole accountability thing is really, really way in the backseat that you can't even find it with the flashlight. And there's no sense of being organized. But that's sort of I kind of feel like, well, that's a school issue though. That's a management issue.
I was going to ask that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, is it really the kids or is this a management issue,
why don't we just get rid of education altogether?
You might as
We'll get
well.
rid-
No one's
well,
No one's going. Half the kids aren't even in the classroom days because, for whatever reason,
I'm
it's
just checking
amazing.
the headlines
And I
here.
think what disturbs her is the fact that the school itself just keeps passing people on every year, and they haven't,
Yeah.
like, the reading levels are very bad. She talks about that, and well, we can't keep them
Well,
back because it will, whatever.
right.
It's
Because
triggering.
there'd be too many to be, well, there'd be probably too many to
Well,
keep back.
yeah.
There's
Well,
so
that's
many that
just it.
aren't on the level. But this goes back to the evolution of teaching and the way
Right.
people absorb the information.
Correct.
Because everyone does not learn the same. And let's face it,
Oh,
our world has changed.
yeah.
Kids have screens since they're 2 years old. It's just the
Right.
way that it is. We have to evolve. We can't keep saying, oh, Mark in my day. Well, guess what? It ain't your day.
Correct.
And
Correct.
Chowder Day is next week. So get with the program. There needs to be an evolution of the way
Yeah.
we teach and the way students learn. It can be a lot more casual. See, a lot of these people over the years, particularly
Yeah.
conservatives, thinks, oh, you have to work hard, and that means,
Oh,
like working yourself till you have a nervous breakdown when you're a teenager. Well, that doesn't work for everybody.
doesn't work for everyone.
Or put everybody on Adderall or whatever the hell it is.
Right. And I had a
But
learning disability growing up, so I wasn't in
yeah,
regular classes, so I know what it's like. It's
yeah, me too.
yeah,
I was
it's
in,
not easy.
I remember going to like, what was it called? Title One or Title something
Yes, what was that?
in
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
I went to the nuns, by the way. Talk about
Oh,
triggering. The
yeah.
nuns,
They
the
were
gate of heaven.
assholes.
They used to hit us with the, a
I
back
know.
scratcher. Do you remember, did you go to Gady at all?
No, I was at
The
St.
nuns.
Augustine's. They were horrifying.
This nun had a Mickey
Terrible.
Mouse back scratcher, thick plastic, and she'd slap you right on the hand. My mother didn't believe this until recently. She
Yeah,
thought I made it up
I
till
know.
somebody else told the story.
Yep.
And, those were the nuns. So none
Yeah,
of this and
and
none of that.
talk about
But again, I mean,
abuse.
that didn't help me.
No.
That gave me anxiety.
All that did was make you be afraid of a nun. I mean,
I probably had irritable bowel syndrome and everything else. Can I go to the bathroom? Yes, whack. Oh,
whack,
okay.
bam.
Well, I just saw this picture pop up on Twitter. It's a nice picture of President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden at
Uh-huh.
Bourbon Street in Louisiana, paying their respects
Nice.
to the victims there. Yeah.
Did he get a drink while he's there?
Oh, have you
Oh,
been to Bourbon Street? Oh,
never. Never.
never. Oh my God, I was there twice, both times for work, but you don't get
Oh,
much work done.
right. Yeah. Oh, I'm
After you
sure
have
there's,
this
yeah.
drink, it's about this big, right? It's big, like there's about 12-inch plastic, whatever. I think it's called a
Yeah.
hurricane, and there's another one called a grenade. Your brain
Oh.
blows up. But oh boy, it's fun. Great food, music.
Oh my goodness.
We had such a good time. I think it was the second work trip with a bunch of people, group of
You
people.
loved it.
Well, no, we had such a good time that the woman that we were with from our office had to leave early because she had so much fun. She said, if I stay, I'm not going to make it. That's how much fun we were having.
Oh, wow.
She's like, guys, I'm taking an early flight.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and it was after the flooding. The city was just coming back, so
Oh,
it was a
yes.
public radio broadcasting conference, and so they wanted to keep it there to keep people coming in.
Sure. That was smart. That was smart that they did
But
that,
the
huh?
drinking, my goodness.
I know. Wow. It's yeah, when I think of the times I've had drinks. Yeah, wow.
The Citizen app
It's been a
is
long time.
also talking about the bird flu death
Really?
in Louisiana. Yeah,
Oh, in
first
Louisiana,
report.
huh?
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm hoping this does not get out of control, but I'm sure it
And then the
will.
next one is an advertisement for male enhancement pills. Thank you.
Oh.
I know. I hope it doesn't either.
No, really, I just, it's terrible. And, I knew a lot of people when C-19 broke out, people just lost their marbles because remember when everything just shut down?
I do. I
It
remember it.
was it was a Friday.
Oh, was it? Oh my
It
God.
was a Friday. I want to say it was Friday the 13th, but I can't.
Probably.
It was,
Should have been.
I remember it. And I just, that was it. Everything was shut down. Everyone just go home. No one knew what to do, remember? And,
Well, of
of
course. I mean,
course,
Tom Hanks and his wife were wherever they were on their deathbeds, and we were like, Tom Hanks, I'm staying home. Remember that?
yes.
He was on Saturday Night Live a couple of weeks ago, and they did you see it where they did the Five Timers Club,
Yeah, yes, I did
and
see
they were
it.
all
Yeah.
telling truths like, "Oh, we're in a private club." He
Yeah.
says, "I never had COVID," because he was like the first big celebrity, right? Oh, funny.
It's wild.
It was,
It's
yeah. I mean,
wild.
Christ, imagine I was in Miami at the time, which is like New York, a city
Yeah.
that doesn't sleep, but it
Well,
slept. Nobody
it
was on the roads.
slept. Wow.
Nobody was anywhere. It
Nobody
was
was anywhere. And,
scary.
what was interesting too, I knew a few people that they went from these fully functioning, great jobs, making great income. They just lost something. Really, it was like this psychological, like
Oh
war
yeah,
was really horrifying to find out what
yeah.
happened to some people because some people I know died or overdosed. What they overdosed
Oh
on
really,
drugs. Some
really, an
people got into
alcohol and all
heavily
that.
becoming a heavily drunk. The drinking.
Yeah,
I know a couple that they ended their
a
marriage.
lot of marriages ended.
A lot of
Absolutely, they
marriages,
were
man.
stuck in the house together. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
for a
yeah,
year
yeah.
or more.
Not the first day. I'm talking, over that course of that
Yes,
first year and a half, and then,
yes,
and we're still seeing the trickles of that, going into now
absolutely.
2025, and now we're looking at possibly Big Bird on the loose.
Oh, Big
Uh,
Bird.
yeah, I mean, gosh, I mean, I don't think a
But
second
did
round
you?
of lockdowns will be, I don't think it'll be very good at all.
Let me ask you though. Do you know anybody personally that passed away from C-19?
Yes, too.
Two. Okay.
Extremely close.
I knew two people and a third that I didn't know, but I know the wife. And you
Okay.
know how, I mean, these people didn't have to die. They weren't
No, they
sick
didn't.
before
No, they
C-19.
weren't. They were
Okay.
healthy people.
And one of them was older, the one with the wife, but they were
Yeah.
together forever and it didn't need to be. And now
No,
he's
no.
gone and she's totally
Yeah.
devastated.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
other two were men,
Yeah.
also, didn't want to wear masks, didn't kind of believe it,
Yeah.
and gone. And for
Yeah.
what?
I know.
That's why, I mean, when you say another lockdown won't help, but what is the solution?
There isn't. There is no solution. There never really was even for C-19.
But
I
you
don't.
wouldn't want it coming into an elderly family member's, in your house or something,
Oh
giving
no,
it to them. It's
I'm gonna do what I believe. I would use my comp, so I would just utilize whatever I think would be the right thing to do, which would be stay isolated.
yeah,
If they say, what, like I said, like for example, washing your hand, I'd wash my hands, or you know, whatever. Things like, the common sense, 6 feet away from each person, so you're
yeah,
not
six
in
feet
their
under.
space, or you'll
Yes,
be 6 feet under, right?
right. Now, remember yesterday we were talking about the New York tolls, the congestion
Oh
tolls.
yeah.
Well, here is the fire department union talking about that. Let's
Okay.
see if I can play it. I think you can hear it.
Okay.
Mandate for public safety for the New York City Fire Department. We have a very unique situation in which our members have utilized their vehicles in the past to transport their gear to arrive prior to the start of the tour, so there is no break in service. It allows not only better management, but better continuity. Unfortunately, we're now telling those same members not to bring their car into the business district. We're actually incurring a larger cost on one civil servant over another. So in response to that, the members have chose not to take their vehicle in. They've chosen to take public transportation. Unfortunately, now their personal vehicles, which once backfilled the staffing needs of the department, are no longer available, giving less only 30 days notice from the time of this implementation, we can obviously see that the department did not have the ability to purchase vans to increase staffing in order to meet this need. And with over 200 details per day, that's a lot of transportation in and out of the city. While you may not see the immediate impact on a day like today, on the first day of congestion pricing, where people have already chosen to stay out of the business district, what you will see on the days to come, especially with snow pending tomorrow, moving those 30 people in and around the business district will be a near impossibility. What's the safety impact of that? Keeping firefighters on the rigs for greater than 24 hours. Using, constantly changing the riding positions of members. Constantly changing the riding list of council members in a dangerous situation.
Wow.
And keeping members on duty longer keeps them exposed longer, keeps them more likely to get injured the longer they're on duty.
Almost done.
By the same token, as we asked for the department to provide lockers for every one of these covering offices, so when they come in by public transportation, that they will have a place to store their gear. So when they arrive at their work location, they can be picked up by the department. Because they've told us that the cars are not welcome in the district. And if they would like to bring it to aid the department, it should cost them another $9.
Do you believe this?
Wow.
How crazy is that?
It's crazy.
I mean, now you're talking about real world problems. Get a locker. Oh, jeez.
Who came up with this? Come on.
It's too much.
Come on.
Too much.
They want to do one here and the same ruling.
Oh, where you have to pay to get to certain parts of the city? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. One of the city council people already spoke out on it and said no. So it's been put on the back burner. It hasn't really, it's not at the forefront of being even discussed yet, but.
Oh, that's good.
You know, of course, because it's New York. So, I mean, they're not far away. So that's why I'm sure it was brought up here.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're hitting almost 2 hours, and we've talked about a lot today. It just goes by so quickly, doesn't it?
This is crazy. It's crazy.
Live at 5.
Live at 5.
Yeah, it's just 3 minutes to 7 East Coast time.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, I know we had a little hiccup at the beginning, but I think overall it was pretty good.
2 hours. That was pretty good, and we had a lot of laughs.
Well, that's what it's all about. We got to have a lot of laughs.
Yeah, we got to do the laugh stuff.
And we got to, entertain the people.
Yeah, and ourselves.
Right, as long as we're having fun. I mean, hopefully people will catch on once I can get everything rolling, rocking and rolling.
I really love the image.
Here's the outro music.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you like the image behind my head?
I think you did a great job.
Yeah, well, I just resized it. I'm wondering if the white background is messing something. I don't know. But I'll send you, I don't know which. We have a couple that we have now, the colors. I don't know which one you like. And I put my little PL in there.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome.
That. Yeah. But I have this program that resizes stuff, which is great. You can resize it for any social media. But it says it's not available in the App Store anymore. So it's on my phone. As long as I have my phone, I have the app. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess they probably have a paid version. Everything is paid.
Everything's paid.
Yeah, download it for free. I love those apps. Download it for free.
Download it for free.
$79 a year.
Yeah. Next thing you know, it's wild.
All right, BScoop. You got the BScoop, and I got the Lucky Leary.
I'm gonna rate this a 10 again.
Good. What is that noise? Oh, the house falling down. All right, I'm gonna rate it a 10, a 10.2.
Oh, this is awesome.
Something is vibrating. We having an earthquake?
Someone just came in, J-Bad.
Oh, I didn't put my do not disturb sign on the door.
Oh.
A live broadcast.
J-Bad.
All right, my friend. Any last words?
I just want to say hi. Hi to Jack. Hi to J-Bad.
Jack and J. Oh, people that came in.
Jack and J-Bad. Yeah.
Okay. Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill just came in. So
and we'll have to get some people to come on once things get going.
Yeah, they will. They'll come in. they'll be coming around the mountain because I think too. Don't forget we're only doing this day 3, so I'm sure there's an algorithm to all that too. I'm sure there's
absolutely. You got to keep going.
Yeah, you got to keep going, right?
All right, I'll text you in a few.
Oh, I love it. All right. Bye.
Bye.